y'all know what that means. Somebody can get hot and wet and nasty. All right, so today is Monday for us. Track cutter sitting over here broke down. I can't remember if I described that Friday or not. I don't think I did. We thought we had a fuel line blow going from the tank to the radiator, to one of the cooler thingies in there. Thankfully that wasn't it. The lift pump that for the cylinders that lifts the big hatch back there, apparently it takes ATF, automatic transmission fluid, and it's red like diesel. And Brady, he stopped down there to dig his junk off the roof, and well, actually he went back there to dig some junk out of the radiator because it was trying to run warm with him. It was getting some junk stopped up in there on him. So he went back there to open up the hood, and he saw all the oil, what he thought was diesel at the time, blew all up in the radiator, and he thought it was diesel, so he shut the machine down, and he brought it out. Once we discovered it wasn't really diesel, we brought it out, and then once the door got open all the way up here, it wouldn't close back up because the line had blew. So we had to change the line Friday. Dad come out there and put it back together Friday afternoon for us. So I have the pressure washer here this morning because it blew all of the radiator full of hydraulic oil, well, not hydraulic, transmission fluid. Why they didn't just put hydraulic oil in there, I don't know, but show y'all this really quick. But the whole machine really needs washing. But y'all see kind of like right there, that oily looking stuff. It started right there and he just blew it all up in there because the fan it sucks like this. So it sucked all that oil that it was blowing because the machine was running. When he opened it, it sucked it all up in there. It would have coated the radiator regardless if it was running or not. It's also bad about, this one has a oil cooler, the hydraulic oil cooler. It has a fin that is leaking very minor. It hasn't developed into something that we have to shut down and fix right now. We have the parts up there at our Tigercat dealership to get it fixed, but we haven't got it fixed because every time we get it in a position where we can take it up there, one of the John Deere cutters on one of the other jobs gets to a point where this one has to back it up, or it gets wet on the other job and they have to go to running two track cutters. One way or the other. It's always one thing or the other. So it's got a whole bunch of updates to be got from our Tigercat dealer. It's got what's called a hose bundle. They're going to replace all these hoses. To my knowledge, I believe all these hoses kind of up in there around this cluster right here, kind of under here, under this silver plate, and then up in there. There's a whole bunch of hoses that's going to be replaced on it. I'm not sure if I got any more debris updates on it or not. There might be, but I had to, you know, that's some stuff I'm not sure on. But it does have some more updates to go be got from Patrick Miller that Tigercat has given us. So we've already loaded 3 loads today. Puppy actually come and loaded his load yesterday. He's only getting 1 load a day off of us right now. He's getting his first load in the morning time, which is actually what we call jacking him up. Means he gets it either late in the afternoon or he comes the day before. Like if it's Sunday, he'll roll out here on Sunday, load himself, trim himself, and then he'll leave his house about 3 o'clock in the morning, headed towards the other job. He drops that load off at the mill on the way to the other job. They're needing trucking help over there. And we're really close to the mill here, so I don't have to use all 3 of my trucks all day. So to give my contract trucks more loads at the end of the week, we let Puppy get 1 load, and then my 2 contract trucks get 10 loads, you know, 5 apiece throughout the day. Everybody's happy, everybody's making more money. The other job's getting their quota. We're getting our quota. And then like Friday, we got some extra quota. So we're working on a pile here. We got this pile of wood over here we got to get picked up this week, and we got a pile of wood up there. And rain is coming, so I gotta get busy on this track cutter. It's gonna get hot, and then I'm gonna be grouchy because I'm hot and nasty instead of just nasty. And hopefully it don't rain on me before I get it done. But y'all step back. We'll be back in a minute with something. We're just gonna walk around and we're gonna vlog today. We ain't got anything specific to talk about. Alright, so while I'm letting that kind of soak a little bit, I've been washing, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. I got 250 gallons of water, and I'm probably going to run all 200. I'm going to run at least 200 through it, as bad as it is. But this is something I got to give Tigercat a lot of credit on right here. This is your engine cooling. This is your air conditioner, condenser core. I may be backwards. This may be your, no, this is your hydraulic. This is your hydraulic cooler. This is your engine, and this is your fuel. I may have these two swapped, maybe. No, this one's got air conditioner lines coming into it. But anyway, the cooling package, whether I've got all these labeled right or not, y'all can see the difference of this versus what the Deere has in it for cooling. They have twice the cooling capacity back here that Deere has, and they want to know why, you know, the Tigercat will burn less diesel in most scenarios and stuff like that. It's because the machine runs so cool. The fan, the hydraulic fan in there, don't got to run wide open all the time like the Deere does. But I mean, this one radiator right here alone is the same size as the engine and the hydraulic radiator. It's actually probably bigger than the engine and the hydraulic radiator put together on the Deere. I damn near have as much cooling capacity for my air conditioner back here that I have for my radiator, or for my engine temperature, I mean my engine coolant on the Deere. Tigercat, you get an A+ for cooling on the track cutters. I do like that about them. Alright, so she's getting cleaner. Just using some, this stuff here is just, it's like some red soap. Literally, that's what's on the 55-gallon drum of it at the house. It's called red soap. It's something we get with the pressure washer that we have. If y'all are in my area, I don't know if y'all can see it on there, on the side of the tank right there. It says pressure cleaning systems. They're out of Leesville, Louisiana. That's who we get all our pressure washer stuff from. They do all of our maintenance to our pressure washer. They give us our soap. We get soap, acid, some kind of wax stuff. I want to say we get some kind of other soap stuff from them too, but I ain't real clear, but for sure. Because all I ever use is the acid, the wax, and this red soap here. But we'll either run the soap. If I had my dual lance wand on there, I'd be spraying this with soap as I'm washing. But it's messed up, so I'm having to use our single phase wand there. And just soaking the straight concentrated soap. I'm just soaking that radiator down. I've done soaked it once, let it set about 5 minutes or so. I soaked it down real good again. I'm fixing to just let it set for 15, maybe 30 minutes and really soak in there. The hydraulic cooler is coming pretty clean. The air conditioner condenser, that baby doll was stopped almost 3/4 of the way up. The engine coolant thingy was okay, other than kind of right down in this area where the hydraulic oil had flowed in it the other day. It was pretty stopped up down there, and the fuel cooler was really cool. So yeah, we're gonna let that soak for a little while, and we're gonna come back and wash it out. We got a pretty good run on it right now. We got the loose dirt out of it. What I'm trying to do now is that stuff, if you've never washed one of these radiators, I'm trying to get y'all in here where you can see, but you see these places where that soap's bubbled up in there and it don't look clean through and through like that. What it's done is the dirt and stuff has literally compacted in there, either from working in rain and then the dust or the oil getting in there and then the dust and then rain mixing in with it. It just hardens like concrete in those fins, and whenever you spray it with water, it sprays back on you. And until you get it to where you can spray all over that radiator and it spray completely through and through and not spit back at you, your radiator's not clean. That's most operators, whenever you give them, that's why I do the washing for the radiators especially. You give them a wand and tell them to wash it, and they wash it till it looks a little clean like this right here. And, oh, it's good. And they think 30 minutes of pressure washing, they're done. Usually on a bad radiator like this, it'll take a couple hundred, maybe even 300 gallons of water sometimes to get it clean right, to where it's cooling like it's supposed to. So I let it set for about 30 minutes before I went back to washing on it, and I cranked it while I washed on it this last time to help. That air helps suck that water through and just helps clean it. Same thing with air. If you've never run the machine while you're blowing it out with air, it'll help do the same thing. So I'm letting it sit there and dry, because if you just wash it and then put it right to work, by the time he tracks across this dusty road and it's still wet, you'd have a clogged up muddy mess in that radiator. Then you'd just be wasting all your time. So I put 250 gallons of water through it, and honestly, it probably could have used another 250 gallons. I didn't think the radiator was that bad in that thing. Whoever's been washing it on the other job ain't been washing it right. Probably why the air conditioner ain't been working right in it, because that air conditioner core back there was horrible. So, got that done. I'm gonna let it dry. We're gonna put it to work in a minute. I'm soaking wet. I don't know if I'm getting on a cutter today or not. I might sit in the truck and dry out. I do need to go put the chains on Mickey's box, but I don't even know if I'm gonna do that. We'll be back in a minute with something though. We're putting it back to work. Had to fill up the hood cylinder reservoir with ATF to get it to close. Took a little bit longer, but it helped it get a little bit drier in there. You see how much that dust is sucking up? If that radiator wasn't dry, you just had a big old muddy mess put on you. Well, I think this is like load number 9 for the day or something. Not sure where we're at on quota, but we got 11 to get, so we got 55 for the week. We're rolling right on along, and we shouldn't be no problem why we couldn't get it today. Y'all see the clouds, rain's brewing. We better gas on it. All right, so y'all might hear it every once in a while out there going raw or something, but got the track cutter running right. His cooling is where it's supposed to be. Mickey's taking his lunch break. Air conditioner's back working great. I got a BFH. I'm not gonna say what that stands for, but some of you that work in the woods will know what that means. Got a big wood pile going there. Tigercat skidder sitting there. Me and Matt is fixing to take my BFH, put some chains on the bottom row, make it Delimbinator. Got to get some new rods for one drum, because all four come out of that one drum. They're kind of crooked, and I'm afraid if I run them again, they're gonna break. And then you got to go fishing for broke rods, and fishing for broke rods is never fun. Good Lord. Well, she got new chains again on the bottom. We got 9s and 10s and 8s. And, good Lord. Definitely gonna clean out better now. Go wide open with it. Wide open. Let's see what comes out of there. Not much. Then new chains on the bottom. Y'all see that piece of wood come out there? Holy crap. It does help a lot with the with delimbing, but what it really helps with is he has bellied that out, and it's cleaning that stuff out. That's what new chains on the bottom really helps with. What is this?
That's called a tan.
Where's your sleeves at, sir?
They fell off.
They fell off?
Yeah.
You're like 90 years old. You're not supposed to be showing arms and shit.
Do they look bad, or what are you trying to say? Are you trying to say my arms look bad to be old? All you old people that's got good looking arms, be proud of them.
Alright, there's that's number 1 for tomorrow. Yep, that's number 1 for tomorrow. So that's actually number 12 for the day. 13 and 14 is rolling in for the day, but those will all be jackups for tomorrow. We got a big pile of wood, kinda, sort of. We got enough to hold us, and Michael's got plenty here. We're all but done cutting here. I got a few trees around the backside of this set. Y'all see where it's a little bit dark up there in them tops. I'm gonna thin a couple, 3 more of those out. Probably by the time I get my kicker trees cut, that'll open that up some. But Brady is thinning back, coming this way, doing this little old roadside doohickey here, and we're trying to get all this squared up. And then in the morning, we're gonna load the track cutter up, instead of finishing this patch on out, because this is that 40-acre patch. Instead of finishing this patch on out to the main road, I have a good access point, so if it does rain a bunch, we can still get out there as long as the ground holds up in the woods. And that road is worse, so we're gonna go ahead, jump over there and knock. I think I got 27, 28 acres mapped out to go to that set. We're gonna put that set at least in a pile, and maybe if the road gets bad enough, they'll either bring us rock, or we'll have to put our mats down or something. So yeah, we're gonna wrap today's video up with that, and nothing too crazy, just another average day of work, other than Matt doing chains with me and pressure washing clogged up radiators. And we're gonna bring pressure washer back tomorrow. We gotta wash the Delimbinator, we gotta wash the saw head out on the 718. It's got a leak we gotta find, and I'm sure Mickey wants to wash something on his loader. He always wants to wash something. Probably needs to wash that radiator out. Y'all see how it's kind of yellowish looking? It's probably getting bad dusty, because you see that truck coming right there? See the dust coming off of it? Yeah. So anyway, y'all go down below, leave me a comment, subscribe for me if you're not already, and hit that like button. Did I say that already? Comment, like, subscribe. Those 3 things. Every time. If you're not already subscribed. If you're already subscribed, comment, like. That's all I need you to do. So, anyway, Till the next video, guys. One bad loader, man, right there. We'll catch y'all next time. We're out of here.